orange chicken is, I think, my soulmate.
When did I become such a blackie?
Rain and petals eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
You are a disrespectful piece of...
Hey girls, welcome to another Amberlynn video. As usual, this one's gonna be boring. All she's doing is talking. I'm kind of dying at this point because there's just not much to talk about. I'm gonna try to skip through the most boring parts and get us into the more interesting bits, so bear with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. There's a Discord server for the channel linked in the description and pinned comment if you want to come chat or hang out. Feel free to leave me a comment with your thoughts or feedback below. I respond to all of you and I love hearing from all of you. Thank you, and let's get into the video. So in this video, I again skipped most of it and we're just gonna listen to the kind of ending part where she's talking about her exes.
You guys, I have had an absolute influx of people contacting me about my exes. One has a new girlfriend, one is married. People are assuming I am single, which I get it. People are also assuming I'm jealous and bitter. Literally, no. I want both of them to be happy. I want them to—
She is single. Let's get that straight. She has never said that Valentine is a girlfriend. She said that Valentine is a Valentine. So I would consider that single, not her girlfriend. Just basically a friend that she talks spicy with sometimes. And I do think she's jealous and bitter because her exes are thriving now that they don't have her in their life, and I think that bothers her. So let's continue from that.
move on from me and the relationships that we've had, and they definitely have, and I've also done the same thing. I am keeping things from you guys. I do have a love—
Amber, they moved on from you a long time ago after they realized what an abusive piece of trash you were. They're not still in the process of moving on. They're done. They've been done for years now. She acts as if her exes still have to go through the process of moving on from her because she was so important in their lives. They're probably having to move through the trauma that you caused, but trust me, they've been over you for a while now.
life, though. I very much do. I have talked about Valentine a little bit. I just want to do things a little bit differently this time. You know, not just like bombard you guys right off the bat, like, hi, you know, I have a new love interest. Like, I have talked about her, and it was before my ex got a girl.
See, love interest. And she's upset that we're assuming she's single. Love interest and partner are two different things. If you don't have a partner, but you have a love interest, you are still single.
It was before my ex got married, because I'm over there on Instagram like, yeah, I do have, you know, a little love life going, and yes, I am actively in love right now. And the reason why I'm not talking about that in my videos and like bombarding you guys with that is because I do want to do things differently, because so much in—
It's probably because Valentine isn't that interested, but she has to pretend that she is. Amber's been talking a whole lot about Valentine, but Valentine really doesn't seem that interested. This relationship seems to be moving extremely slowly.
past, I've just like word vomited all my relationship stuff, and like with Feline, I very much learned how to be more like private. And so I'm not saying that this relationship is gonna stay private. It's just very much I want to just like give you guys a little bit at a time, because I'm still figuring out my stuff. Like, this is still new for me. Just know that I'm very happy, and I'm also happy for my exes. I'm not some like jealous, bitter, crazy ex. Like, that's literally not who I am.
Are you sure? Because we've seen you be extremely bitter towards your exes in just the past year even. There's proof, so I don't know why she says all of this as if we don't know what the proof is that she is extremely bitter towards her exes.
I know a lot of people like to assume that they know me and who I am and how I feel and how
Have you seen how you act online towards your exes? We aren't assuming. We are looking at your behaviors, and we are determining what you are doing. It's not all assumptions. It's what you have shown us online.
react to things, but like, y'all aren't right. And I don't mean that like in a negative way, but yeah, like, we're all thriving in our own way, and I think that like, y'all, I've moved on. I want you—
Then why are you still talking about them? Sure, people are messaging you about them, but if it's no big deal, then why are you still talking about them? Does it bother you that much? I thought you've moved on.
guys to do the same. We are all our own separate individuals living our own separate lives, and I just really truly think it's time, just let me be me. And I no longer want to be like Destiny's ex or Becky's ex. Like, I'm just not wanting that. Like, I am.
What the is she on about? She has never been Destiny's ex or Beck's ex. She has always been Amberlynn Reid. Destiny and Beck have been Amberlynn Reid's ex for who knows how long. That's not her burden to carry. So why is she acting as if that's ever been an issue for her? Let her be herself, not just an ex. How about we let Beck and Destiny be themselves instead of calling them the exes? They are the ones that have had to deal with that issue, not her. But of course, she's the victim in this situation. She always is.
At such a different space in my life, different era, just who I am as a person is just so different. I feel like I've lived multiple lifetimes, especially here on YouTube. Like,
because she has, because with every ex-girlfriend she has, she's changed her personality with each and every one of them. She steals people's personalities as they come into her life. I don't know how she hasn't realized this yet. Or she probably has, let's be real, she probably has, she just doesn't want to address it.
go look. I have transformed constantly, and I just feel like I'm at my most like independent, happy, true self, and
It's because she has no one else to copy off of currently. And we can still see that she's being fake. I don't believe she's shown us her true self in, I would say, the past couple years, but let's be real, there's been some moments. I don't think we're ever seeing Amber's true self again. She's more careful now. We'll see it in little snippets, though.
learning more about myself. Like, there are things that I definitely need to improve on, though. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I really need to see a therapist for my borderline personality disorder. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought I was better in that regard. Like, it's not something that like you can just like heal from instantly. No, it takes years and years and years of like therapy, but I thought that
She's not attending therapy. Sorry, I'm frustrated. I'm trying to get words together without just ranting and ranting and ranting, but I guess it's hard to be not frustrated with Amber, you know? She talks about therapy and how good it is for her, and then she never attends. She'll continue saying it over and over. Therapy helps people heal over the years, and then she won't go to therapy. I don't understand. Someone explain this woman to me. I've been watching for 5+ years and still can't understand this woman.
all improvement in myself, and like a situation happened recently where I'm just like, whoa, girly pop needs to go to therapy. And that's something I can definitely.
Girly pop needs to go to therapy. What do you want to bet that situation was her being abusive or controlling over Valentine? And she just makes it a little quirk. Oh my goodness, girly pop needs to go to therapy. So quirky. No. You probably just hurt somebody. Probably just caused a bit of trauma. It's not girly pop needs to go to therapy. It's I should have been in therapy yesterday because I'm fucking hurting people. It's not quirky. It's not cute. Go to fucking therapy. Stop traumatizing people. Stop controlling people. Stop hurting people. Period.
Like, admit out loud is like, I need help. And I personally have never gone to therapy for a borderline personality disorder. I recently went to therapy and I had like over 22 visits with the same psychologist who I love.
She says recently as if it hasn't been over half a year. That is not recent. You should have been going for the past 6 months, and she just hasn't been. She repeats it over and over in her videos. I need to go to therapy. Guess what?
She helped me tremendously, but I wasn't seeing her for borderline personality disorder, like, as a whole. And now I need to find a therapist who specializes in that. And I am a little.
Then stop fucking talking about it and go do it. Actions speak louder than words, and all we have been getting for the past I don't even know how long is words. Go do your fucking action, go to therapy, and get better.
Nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm totally just rambling right now, but yeah, you guys, I have my own life over here, not sharing everything. One day I will, but like, I just want to take things slow and just do things different. But just know that I am happy, and I'm also happy for my exes. Like, I am capable of feeling that way, as much as some people don't believe it. But I do want to end this.
We don't believe it because, again, we've seen her bitterness. We've seen how jealous she gets. We've seen how controlling she is. There are reasons not to believe her and to believe that she's constantly lying about everything, including Valentine, including that she's not single, even though she's clearly single when she hasn't said that Valentine is her girlfriend. Let's continue.
$64. Woo! Well, I actually was not going to tell you this at all, but I have been off track the last couple of days, and
This is so funny. Okay, context for why this is hilarious to me. Her last video was a cheat day video where she literally said that cheat days help her stay on track.
but what has been helping me personally from overeating or just giving up in general, which I've done twice already, and it has worked great because I have not messed up on my diet. I am still losing weight and I'm feeling really, really good. So what I've been doing is allowing myself to have like my own version of a cheat day.
And then it backfired immediately. That's just perfection. Great to see. I am not happy about her downfall, but seeing her basically screw herself over and over again, you have to admit it's a little bit entertaining. She's got to realize what's wrong at some point, and she's just so oblivious. Deep down, she knows everything we're telling her is true, but she refuses to listen. She's never changing. Yeah.
The reason why I wasn't going to tell you is just because like I feel like there's so much judgment. Like I have been doing really good and still...
Amber, doing really good has nothing to do with you suddenly being off track. If you've been doing really good, you should continue doing really good. Just because you've been doing really good doesn't mean you can avoid criticism of your current diet that is off track. I think that's a massive issue with how Amber plans to eat a lot of the time. She does good for a while and then she's like, okay, time to reward myself with food. That is the worst idea. But then again, she has nothing else to reward herself with because she buys everything she wants and goes anywhere she wants all the time anyways. She leaves herself nothing to reward herself with except for food. Not healthy.
People are judging so hard. I have lost a good chunk of weight, in my opinion. My body feels that way, like my brain feels that way, my soul feels that way. I feel like I've lost a really good amount of weight each month so far in 2024 when I said, you know, I'm gonna get on track, I'm gonna do this.
That's still not an excuse to start eating bad and completely ruining all of that work now. What's the point in saying all of this except for to excuse her current behavior of being off track? Time to stop making excuses. Yes, you've been doing good, but how does that excuse your current actions of not eating good and completely screwing up your previous progress?
Said I wanted to lose 100 pounds.
Also, yes, people are going to be judgmental. You just released a video telling us how good cheat days are for you, and now you've been off track for the past 4 days. I don't know how you expect people not to judge you for that. If I came out and did something that stupid, y'all can laugh at me however much you want to. I would probably find it hilarious too, because what the f is going on in my head that made me do that, and now I'm screwing up this bad. This isn't just a Judge Amber thing. This is something for everybody. If someone is going to be that dumb, people are going to judge it.
This year, and so far, like, I am on the path to doing so. Even though I've been doing really good, it's just like still there's so much judgment, and it's making it like hard for me to want to like vocalize moments like this where I feel vulnerable. And
okay, so it's our fault that she's eating off track. These excuses are getting more and more out there. It's absolutely ridiculous. So it's our fault that she doesn't want to share these moments. And because she doesn't want to share these moments, that makes her sad and makes her eat off track, so it's our fault. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
I know that I have done not the greatest, and I kind of just want to talk about it and be open about it, but it's like so hard to do because there's backlash for me being human and making mistakes and not being perfect. As someone who has struggled with food for a majority of their life, I'm literally 33, like
Everyone's gonna get that backlash. It's not just you, Amber. Everyone faces backlash, everyone faces criticism. And yes, technically it's for being human, but everything we do is part of being human. Just because murder is a human thing doesn't make it okay. I know that's a big jump between what we're dealing with right here, but does that make sense? Just because a behavior is quote unquote human doesn't make it okay. Eating off track is a human thing, but it's not healthy for you. You're going to face judgment.
Happen. Like, I'm gonna be making mistakes. I know what triggered that. It was definitely my trip to Trader Joe's, because when I go there, I get a lot of like processed foods. It was definitely out of like my routine, the things that I have been buying for myself. Like, it wasn't like part of the routine that I've been having. Like, I've been eating a lot of the same foods every single day, and that's truly helped me so much.
So she acknowledges what triggers her. Let's see if she goes back to that place in the next month. I'm very curious to see.
On track. So then when I had all these new foods in my home, especially processed ones and ones that like just make me feel a little too good, like sometimes foods like give me a high. If you guys suffer with a food addiction or you're an emotional eater,
again, saying the right things, acknowledging the facts of what makes her binge, and she still will not change her actions based on that. She can address this over and over and over again, but if she does not change her behavior, nothing about this is going to change. We've heard all of these words before.
then you guys understand that. And I really want to try to stay away from foods that like give me that feeling. And sucks to say, Trader Joe's is not for me, or not for me currently. It's like I just feel super swollen. I just have not been doing very good the last couple of days. It's like I went to Olive Garden the other day with my mom, which is totally fine because
she's been going to restaurants every day with her mom. It's okay to go every once in a while, but when you're going multiple times a week, that is not good. I'm not here to judge how much someone eats out or anything, but with Amber trying to lose weight, obviously that's not going to be a good choice for her.
I have been allowing myself to eat at restaurants, but during a day where I'm on track, I'm able to like fit that into my calories. I'm able to do really good. But the Olive Garden day was an off track day, and I tried. I woke up, I said, you know what, back to counting my calories. And Olive Garden was my first meal, and I was like, okay, I got this. And then like I was tracking my food while I was there, I was fine. But then later at night, I overate. I don't expect myself to be perfect. I definitely don't at all. Never have been, never will be. But coming on here and admitting this is really hard because I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna say that I've given up, which I haven't. They're gonna say that.
Let's be real, she's given up in some way. That's how this happens. She wakes up and decides to do good for a little bit, and then also actively decides not to do good anymore and to give up. Even if it was just giving up for that day, there was a sense of giving up in there. Even if she's not giving up overall.
I've expected this, which, okay, fine. I try really hard to film for the people who are like genuinely here to like watch me. But right now in the back of my brain, I have a lot of like the rude bullying and harassing, just like beating.
We aren't bullying you. We aren't harassing you. We are just pointing out that some of your behaviors are not healthy for you. And you are not actively trying to change your behavior to make your life better, even though you talk about it so much. She talks about the things she needs to do and then doesn't do any of those things. That's not harassment, that's not bullying, that is an absolute fact.
Me in there, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. Like, I want to be more vulnerable with you guys, and I want to open up with you guys like I used to. Like, so many people reach out to me and they say they miss that side of me, but whenever I do it, it's just I feel like another wall gets added right in front of the wall that was already up because people are just like too harsh.
But I thought she didn't listen to the harsh people. I thought she didn't read comments. I thought she didn't go on other websites to see what people were saying about her. If she's truly blocking all of this out, she would not care what is being said about her. And I agree, there are people that are very harsh. I know that I am sometimes. It's normal to feel hurt by that. But I genuinely don't think that most of us are doing it just to be bullies, just to be mean to her. A lot of us have been watching her for years. A lot of us started out hoping that she was going to get better, and we've just seen her fail over and over again, and we're kind of just tired of it at this point. We're trying to criticize to hope that she still does better, while also knowing that most likely she's not going to do better.
Good news is though, I did go grocery shopping today at my normal grocery store. I got the normal foods that I have been eating, and I'm gonna start again tomorrow, back on my same old path here. And my goal was to stay below 2,000 calories, but like also another part of me is like so mad at myself where I'm like, I want to stay below 1,700 now. It's just like, that's like that's getting in like a problematic area. It's like me wanting to punish myself for having a couple or a few days of not counting calories. That's not okay. I have
It's not okay to reward yourself for having good days either. It's kind of the same situation, just opposites. She doesn't want to punish herself for bad days, but she's okay with rewarding herself for good days. Neither of those things should be happening regarding food. If she does good for a few days, that's not a reason to reward herself with food. If she does bad for a few days, that's not a reason to cut herself to possibly an unhealthy limit. I think 1700 is probably fine either way. See, again, this is where a dietitian would come in. The dietitian would decide that for her. She wouldn't even have to worry about it. She would just have to follow that amount of calories daily. But, of course, she doesn't have a dietitian. I don't understand her mindset of thinking that she doesn't need help. It's clear that she does. It's okay to get help. I don't know why she's so against it. She talks about how good it is, but again, she just doesn't get it.
even been taught that by multiple weight loss doctors, or when I was going to the outpatient, like, you are not supposed to punish yourself in that way. But like, my brain is telling me, well, you've done really bad and you really want to lose these 100 pounds this year, and if you can do more by lowering your calories to 1700. Like, it's just like this like thing in my brain. And like,
Therapy, dietitian, anything, something. I'm glad she's still listening to advice from her previous doctors or dietitians or psychologists, but she needs to get current with all of that. She talks about how much she's changed and everything else, yet she's still talking about her psychiatrist, psychologist, doctors, everything else from like a year ago. If you've changed so much and your behavior is changing so much, you should know better than to still rely on what those other doctors were telling you when they don't even know about your situation right now.
these are things that like I would just normally would just jot down in my journal and very much focus in on there and not share this out loud. But I feel like I haven't really been that transparent in my current 2024 weight loss journey. I've kind of just been like, yeah, I'm on track, you guys. Like, here's the food I'm eating. This is how many calories I'm having. This is how much weight I lost. Da, da, da. But like, I kind of want to go like a little bit deeper, dig a little deeper, and people are going to hate me regardless. So
do that in therapy with someone that can actually help you. We have become her therapists. I think it's because she can talk on us and put all of this on us and not get direct professional feedback. So therefore she doesn't have anything solid that she actually has to listen to. That's not healthy either, girl. Also, here comes Smugglin again. We can see by the frame I paused on.
it is what it is. Like, I just need to like just truly try my very hardest to like take out the trash and focus on the wonderful people who are watching me. And I love you guys
Does that mean that we're the trash? I love that. Trashlin over here, guys.
so freaking much. You have no idea. So vulnerability is for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I don't even know how to end this video. She loves to blame her audience for what she's eating, what she's talking about, what she's not talking about, her relationship statuses, her statuses with her doctors and therapy. It's all our fault. You know what? Here, let me take accountability. Amberlynn Reid, I'm so sorry that I made you be off track for 4 days and gain 5 pounds. I'm so sorry that I did that to you. I'm heartbroken and I'm so sorry. Yeah, no. I wouldn't say that's our fault, guys. Just saying. So, I guess I'm gonna end my video here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. There's a Discord server linked in the description and pinned comment if you want to come chat or hang out. Anyone is welcome. Feel free to leave me a comment with your thoughts or feedback below. I respond to all of you, and I love hearing from all of you, especially the feedback, because I feel like my content is all over the place sometimes. I also respond to all comments. I hope you have a great day. Bye!